Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and it's another down day in the market, but today I'm going to talk about a few of my favorite stocks to sell options on. And I'm going to break this out into a couple different videos because it can get pretty long. So first we made, what do we collect today? Always transparent with our trades. Let's see, we collected $128. We sold 2 puts, so not a bad start to the week. Anyway, let's get back to Serve Robotics. So, Serve. I believe this is a growth stock with upward potential. I like what the company does. I especially like when this stock is under $10. If we zoom out, look at the last 3 months, it ran up to $22 back in February. I was selling options on it around this $9 and $10 mark, and then I had to break away from it because it just got out of a range that I was comfortable with. Now it's back in that $9, $8 range, and to be honest, I love it here. I love it. The other reason I like playing it, on top of I'm okay with owning it, is the premiums. So look at this. $8 put for $321. I could collect $90 for putting $800 out in collateral. So if I would open 5 contracts, it would cost me $4K, 800 times 5, and I would collect almost $450, $450, just remove the trading fees. $450 I would collect. That is an awesome premium. So Serve Robotics, under $10, is one of my favorites. Again, I think it's a growth stock, upward potential, and it has a nice premium. And that's going to be the big thing for all my plays. I'm going to be talking about that premium. So that's one of them. I like to have this on my watch list. If you're part of my Fiverr, I've probably called it out a few times. Next one I like to call out, Iris Energy, and I really love it under $8. So again, growth stock, upward potential. Let's look at the last 3 months here. This hit up the 14, I think it peaked at around 15. So peaked at 15. I was playing this from 7 to 9. That's my favorite range. And then same thing as Serve. It really got out of a range that I was comfortable with. But now under $8, I love it. And I will definitely continue to play this one. Same thing. Let's look at the premiums. As you can see right there, I have a $7.50 put for March 1st, as well as a $7 for 61 and 44. So $1,450. I'm collecting $100. Not bad. Not a bad premium. So again, this is another one. Iris Energy is one that I like. Here's what I have open on it. I have the 950, 8, 757, and 9. And I might try to get another $7 one open. And if it has another rundown tomorrow, I might try $6.50. So again, this is another one I keep on my list. But these are 2 so far of my favorite stocks to sell options on. So electric car companies. I don't know what your thoughts are on Tesla, but NIO is an electric car company out of China. And they are under $5. Anytime they're under $5, I like them. I have quite a few positions open on them. So I have 300 shares I own currently, which I continuously collect covered calls on them. And then I also have 300 shares at the $5 put strike. And I'm probably going to honestly let that get assigned. And then I'm going to have 600 shares of NIO at a pretty low cost average. And we'll see. I might roll the put. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. They both expire this week. I'm sure I'm going to roll the covered call, but I'm not sure about the put yet. So, nonetheless, cheap stock, electric car company, not as high a premium as you would get for Serve Robotics or Iris Energy, but it's enough that you're making probably around 2% for every $450 you invest. You're going to make 2% on that for every contract you open, which is pretty good in my eyes. But again, I like the electric car perspective. Tesla is just a little too expensive for me to be selling puts on because of the collateral it takes to do so. So NIO is a pretty awesome company in the electric car field. Go ahead and do a little bit more research on this one just because of the stock price being so low. But if we zoom out and we look at their last 3 months, they have kind of range traded. 441, they've hit as low as 408 and as high as 518. So anywhere in that dollar range, that makes this stock exciting for me, how flat it is. I used to trade American Airlines, and we're going to jump over to AAL and see where it's at because I haven't looked at it since it's been down. So, okay, it's getting close to the range that I like to trade at. It used to be in the... Let's look at the... right around here. This is where I was trading, that 9 to 11, and it just stayed in that range for a long time. And I really liked it. I'm just looking at the 5 years. So once it got above that and back into the above 12, I didn't really like the play. But American Airlines is one I'm adding to the list for the day. So that's 4 stocks in my top 10. And now that it's coming back down, I'm probably going to play again. Everybody knows what American Airlines is, what they do. But the reason I like them is how consistently they stay flat. And what I mean by that is the stock price usually ranges. Similar to NEO, it trades in a few dollar range, which means you're not going to collect near as much premium on your credits, but that's okay because it's consistency. You know what to expect from the company. So American Airlines AAL is number 4 on my list. I'm going to give one more for the day. So my 5... what was it? Now I'm drawing a blank. Give me a sec. Let me go to my open calls. Riot. So let's go to Riot Platforms. Yes, look at that. Under $9. Oh, I love it. Another huge growth stock. I stepped away from it when it got above that $11, $12 range because I really like it in that $7 to $10 range, and now it's in here. I currently have a $9 put open. I collected $77 for it. This is another one where high premiums. It's a Bitcoin mining company. So it kind of gives me a little bit of crypto exposure in a way. And the crypto market had a pretty big rundown the last week or so. So Riot coming back in my price range, it allows me again to get that exposure. And on top of that, it's cheap. And I'm collecting a pretty nice premium from it. So those are my top 5. My bonus 6 is not in my top 5 or top 10, but I'm going to give you a bonus one, Sofi Technologies. I love this stock around this $7 and $8 range. I mean, now some people say even where it's at, that $13.63, it's still undervalued. I don't want to say that yes or no, but when we're talking about potential growth stocks that there's actually a lot of space for upward trajectory, Sofi is one that I would look towards. And if this would drop below 12, I would be all over it again. I'm just hesitant at the current price. That being said, if we look at the last week, when all other stocks have been running down so much, we look at Sofi, they dropped $1.30. Let's look at stocks like Tesla, what they've done the last week. $3.40 down to $2.84, so around $60 lost on that. Let's look at SPY, the S&P 500. We're around 603 at high, and we dropped down to 584. Sorry, let's get over there. 584. Yeah. Whew. So again, everything's been taking a beating the last 2 weeks, and that's okay. And if you're new to trading, this is the time where psychology of trading steps in. You need to be able to open your position and walk away and not stress about the position. If you are stressing about the position, then you're over leveraged in that position, and you might not be ready to make that move. But if you're okay with owning the company at that price and you understand that the market will go up and down, prices fluctuate, then selling options is a great place to start. I highly recommend it. In my opinion, it's the least risky type of trading style because all you're doing is agreeing to buy a stock for a predetermined price. And if you get assigned it, hey, you got to own it for the price you wanted to, and you got a credit, meaning you got paid to buy the stock at the price you want it. So in my opinion, it's a win-win. And then once you get assigned, you sell covered calls going the other way, which means you're agreeing to sell it for a predetermined price. So continuously collect that premium. So those today are the 5 stocks, 5 of my top 10. And I'm going to give you another part later in this week of my other 5. And I also provide the bonus of Sofi. Keep that one on your radar, because if that drops below 12, that will be added back into my plays. But if you enjoyed this video, help me out. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and let's continue to grow together.